Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to No Creek Farms. A lot of things to get done today. We're obviously in the next day from where we were when we wrapped up last time. But we've still got the straw bales here. They all need to be picked up and moved out of the field. So that will be my first task today. But we're just going to head over and get the worker going. Now, we obviously had the contractors here last time. They were doing some landscaping earthworks down in the fields, trying to tidy up some of those drainage ditches. And they've finished in this field here behind us. So we're going to get in the 8960. We're going to get the plough set up and get the worker going in ploughing the field behind us. And then we can go and make a start on the bales. We'll just come over here, get the plough connected, and we'll go over. I need to just sort of plough around the areas that were landscaped. Just to tidy those up. There we go, got that all hooked up. We'll go over and have a look at the job they did, and then we can get that sorted out and get the worker started. The contractors are still down the back. They are doing some more work on the fields down the back there. There was obviously some areas that needed a little bit of work down there too, which will be nice to get sorted out. But if we just pull up over here, you can see quite a big swath of area here, which still is still has a depression in it, but hopefully is not quite as severe as it used to be. You can see there. So we'll still get some drainage going out of the field, but the way it is now, hopefully it won't affect the planter as much, won't affect the combine as much, and we can work through it. So I'm just going to get in here, get this all ploughed up, and then once I've done that, then the work will be able to be set going. We can go get those bales sorted out. Alright, I think that is all of that area all ploughed up. So it certainly looks to have improved the situation. So I guess time will tell when we come to try and plant through it and then harvest through it. I'm just going to go over here and set up courseplay to get the worker going. And we can go and think about getting those bales all picked up. Now, just before I do it, I think it looks like, yeah, they have done this bit up over here too. Better just put the plough through this, just make sure it is all loaded up as well. There we go, we've got the worker underway. They're going to do the up and down rows first, and I think they're going to skip a row. So they should go and do a left hand turn here and leave a bit of a gap. So just some short rows up at this end of the field to start with. But that'll all get tidied up once they get their headland passes done. So we'll leave them once we're confident they're heading in the right direction, which looks like they are. We're going to leave them to go, and we'll go and start getting those bales cleared. Right, so I've just got the trailer out and all set up ready to go, and we're going to head over to the field. But I've had a call from the co-op, and they've told me that the price for corn is about as good as it's going to get for the next wee while. So they've suggested I try and get as much sold as I can. So we're just going to jump straight into the grain truck here, go and start getting some corn loaded up, and run down to the sell point. So I think we've got about 5,500 bushels, which should be at least 4 loads, if not 5. So we will get that loaded in, and we'll start heading down and getting it sold, see how much money we can make. Alright, so there we go, we've got the auger up and running. Got some corn coming out and going into the truck. So there was 5,700 bushels. I think from memory this truck is about 1,300 bushels full up. 1,300 or 1,100. I'm going to find out in a second. 1,100. 1,135. So if we take 5 loads, that's just over 5,500. So it'll be 5 trips up to the co-op and get this corn sold. So we're going to go and do that and see how much money we end up with once we're all finished. There's our worker. They are well underway with the ploughing, so about 2 hours for them to do that, so we'll leave them going and we'll get this done. Alright, first load sold and $33,000 of income for that, which is a pretty decent. So 5 loads like that, we'll have another 150 grand, so 120,000 on top of that will take us to about 450. So the account will be looking very healthy, and we'll be able to start upgrading a bit more equipment, which I have already got a pretty big list of things I want to get. So we'll get this all sold and we'll be back with you very soon. That's our last load, another 33 grand. Adding on to the other 4 loads means we've earned about $166,000 or $167,000 from all that corn. So we're almost at $500,000 in the bank account, which is fantastic. So I've got a few things, like I said earlier, on the shopping list. I am actually going to replace this truck. I think I'm going to get a semi with a bottom dump trailer. I'm also thinking of getting a new grain cart to replace the 2 gravity wagons, and then with the remainder of the money we might actually buy a few more cows. So I think the truck and grain cart all up was going to be around the $200,000 mark. And that would still leave us $250,000 in the account, so we could certainly go and buy another truckload of cows to add to our herd. The way they are producing milk, they are certainly paying their way now, so that's another consideration. But we are almost back at the farm. We will get this all parked up, and then we have to go and start getting the bales all collected. Alright, so we're out here in the field and we're going to start getting these all loaded up. Now, I think I've counted up 28 bales total. So it's going to be 2 trips, but 14 each load means we don't have to go and try and overload the trailer. It has to be silly doing it, so we'll keep that in mind. We'll get 14 or so on each load. And then we'll go and get them put back in the shed. Now, when I load them in the shed or stack them in the shed, I want to be mindful of how the hay buster we have will be able to pick them up, because if I could stack them so that it could just pick them straight up without having to use the front loader, that would be quite helpful. So we'll bear that in mind when we get to that point. Alright, there we go, 14 bales on the back of the trailer. So we will just get the loader here on follow me, and they can follow the tractor back to the yard. There we go, this is the last of the load out of the straw field. Good to get all these put away in the shed. I've been kind of lining them up against the side there, all with the intent that the hay buster will be able to go and pick them up straight off the ground, rather than having to try and use the loader. Interesting to see if that works for us or not. Now I have to go and get those straps undone, and then we'll get the rest of these bales put away. And there we go, that is our last bale to get stacked. We can turn that off there, and we'll go and get the bale trailer put away. And then, once we've done that, I think I'll look at getting a cultivator over into the field we were just in. We've also got some field edges and whatnot to go and mow, which I specifically bought that batwing mower for, and I haven't even had the chance to use it yet. It's been sitting there under the tree that whole time. And that should just about be us all done. Now, what's gone on there? We must have had a little bit of a collision with the auger wagons, or the gravity wagons. Alright, there we go, we got those tidied up and the bale trailer put away. So we will go and find one of the cultivators, and we will go and make a start on getting that field done. Alright, so we've got the cultivator set up here. We'll get this taken over to the other field. Just seeing the worker there, they're making good progress across, or back across here. Still telling me there's another 45-50 minutes to go. I guess 3 passes around the headland is going to take a wee while. But we will go over the road and get the field done over there. Once we've done that, hopefully we'll have some time to come back and get the batwing mower out and going. Like I said earlier, it has been sitting there for too long, not being used. Alright. There we are. We'll get things underway, get round the corner and set some GPS going, and get this field all done. Alright, there we go. That was pretty speedy. So get that all folded up and go and get it parked up. Looks like the 8960 is having a few difficulties right at the minute. We'll have to go and see what's happening down there. And then I think we'll get the baler off the 4840. We'll give the baler the service it needs while it was in there. We'll give that a service, get it put away, and then we'll get the batwing out. I've got the balers all put away and gave that a quick service and tidy up, and now we can get this all up and going. Now I noticed that the field over the road has quite a big area down the other end, so maybe we'll go and test it out here while we're close to the yard first. So we haven't even got it dirty yet. It's the first time we're going to use this in anger. So I think, if I recall, we have the version which won't leave any windrow, any grass on the ground. Get it unfolded there. Turn it on. The blade's spinning. Drop it down there, and let's go and see what happens. Well, there we are. It's doing a great job of tidying up around this field. So I'll do a lap around here and get this all mowing down. It might even take out some of these bushes, will it too? It will. See how it performs on the side of this bank as well. Well, so far so good. We just want to go a little bit carefuler along here. We don't want to be racing along at 13 miles per hour. As long as it gets most of the grass down near the edge of the field, that is where our main issue is with trying to keep it tidy. Just getting a bit of a slide on there. There we go. So we'll go and get this done around here, and we will also need to go and down to some of the other fields. There's quite a few areas we can get mowed, so we will go and do that. Alright, so this is all going pretty well. This mower's working a treat. Not leaving anything behind, so it's mulching everything up, and we're not leaving any grass, which is fantastic. But see here, the contract has already been over and got this piece tidied up. This was always a bit of a steep little ditch, and it's still got a decent amount of height in it, but it does look a lot smoother than it was. So another area we'll have to get down and plough, and when we get through into the next field, it'll be interesting to see how far they've got on getting that all leveled out too. But this bank here might be just too steep for the mower. Right up on, oh, there we go. If we drive on the side of it like this, and just glancing out there too, it looks like they've made a decent amount of work on getting that area all leveled out. I'm just going to carry on with this mowing for a little bit longer. If I'm going to go around every field, do want to go over and get some done around the field at the back, particularly along that waterway that divides the two fields. We'll go have a look at that in a minute. Oh, they've been in here too. They're pretty efficient, these guys. Wasting any time, that's for sure. Alright, so we'll get this last piece done in here, then we'll go over to the other side of the big field, get a bit done in there, and then I think that should be the majority of the field edges, and then I think that needs a bit of a chop down, tidy up. Alright, I think that's probably got everything I needed to get mowed. Might have been a few bits I haven't got to. Been good to be able to do in that little section there around that pond, but there's actually nowhere to get in there. Fences all around and no gates, so have to leave it for now. So we'll get back up to the yard. How much tidy that is there on our left. But we'll get back up to the yard, get this parked up somewhere neatly, and then we'll keep an eye on how the 8960 is going with getting this field finished off. Let's just jump out the back here. I did see the 8960 was on their headland passes. Excellent. Well, we might hop in with them and ride along for a little while and see how they're going. So we've just jumped out there. We're going to leave the worker to do the last couple of passes around the headlands. They've done a good job so far. There's no need for us to ride along with them. But I'm going to wrap things up there. So another good episode. Got all the bales collected, the field cultivated. We've had this one all ploughed. The contractor's always been down doing a whole lot of work down the back, getting some of those water races and depressions and that tidied up. And we've got a whole lot of our field edges all clean and mowed. So it's been very productive. But I'm going to leave that there. Next time we will be getting into some planting. I think this field, or some of this field, needs some lime on it. So a lot of work to do and a lot more to come. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.